Hello. Welcome to our weekly author chats, and glad for those of you that are able to join us on our new day. Of course, this week is Thanksgiving, so we moved our chat to Tuesday this week. And I will be talking to Miss Deedee Cummings, who's going to be joining us in just a minute. And it's so great to get on here, and she'll be telling us about her books and also about her recent trip. So thank you. Hello. She'll be joining us in just a minute. These are our weekly chats. Normally we have them every Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And we skipped last week and because she was traveling, and we're back this time on a Tuesday because of Thanksgiving. But from next week on, we'll be going back to our usual time of Thursdays at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So hang on just a minute. She should be joining us anytime. And we're going to talk for a little bit. I think she's going to tell us about her recent trip and also just more about her books. If you haven't seen them, these are the Kayla Modern Day Princess books. It's a series. Hello. It's a series of 5 picture books, and they are really wonderful books for anybody to read. And hold on just a minute. There we go. So thank you all for joining us. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I heard you talking about the books. I'm going to grab the latest one that just came in. Hold on one second.
Yes. Yeah, she's talking about the book 5. The 5th book in the series just came out. Hot off the presses.
Yes, I'm so excited about this.
Yes.
How are you today?
Good. Really good. Excited for Thanksgiving.
Me too. I am really excited just to have some time off, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I see Charlene says greetings from Cali. Hey, Charlene, good to see you. I need to get Charlene a copy of this book. So we got book 5 in, and it is beautiful. It's thicker.
So beautiful.
It's the thickest of all 5 books, and it has some amazing reveals in here. I was tempted to almost open that up and show you, but you all have to see the book. You got to get the book to see the reveal on your own. But man, this is just such a gorgeous book, and it's the 5th and final one in the series, and it's called A Little Magic. And A Little Magic is a tribute to the nickname that we gave our daughter Kayla, who the series is inspired, who the series is based off of. I was just telling somebody earlier today, they were asking about the nickname Little Magic and where it came from. And there was this old show called In Living Color. It was kind of like
yeah.
a Night Lives, skit variety show. And on In Living Color, there was a stage mom on there who had this daughter who couldn't dance. I mean, she was no good, but the stage mom was taking her daughter everywhere and was telling her, dance, little magic, dance, because she thought her daughter was the most beautiful thing in the world, just like I do. And so it's actually a nickname my mom gave to Kayla when she was Little Magic. It was just a family joke. But now it's stuck. I wish I had one of the playbills from the show we went to go see this weekend, but we actually went to go see Kayla in the pre-Broadway run of the show that she is in, called Paradise Square in Chicago this weekend. It was amazing. It was wonderful. We had the best time. And of course, Kayla just shines on stage. And it's in the playbill, in her little bio at the bottom, she wrote, Little Magic, we did it. So
Oh, I love it.
she's kind of talking to the little her, that little voice we always have that wants to follow your dreams, but we're afraid to. So I thought that was cool. She was kind of talking to the little Kayla, saying, we did it, we made it, and calling herself Little Magic. So that was sweet to see that. But yeah, this is just a beautiful book. I mean, you can see the rich color and story, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous book. And it's all about, the whole series is about following your dreams, even when the world will often give you all kinds of reasons why you shouldn't follow your dreams. The world will make you doubt yourself. So this is a great series for little kids who have big dreams, and you want to make sure that you do what you can to encourage those big dreams. The other cool thing about this series that's now complete, which is unbelievable, is that in all of the books there is talk about therapy and coping skills, which is so needed right now. Because
Mm-hmm.
it was already needed for kids in our country, but after a year or two of this pandemic, we have seen that anxiety and depression and self-harm behaviors are on the rise in children, unfortunately. And book 3 in the series has over 70 coping skills just woven throughout the story that kids will read, and they won't even know that they're absorbing therapeutic
Right.
coping. And they'll remember that, Kayla needed some time to think, and she went and got a glass of cool water and sat on the porch with her face in the sun. And maybe they'll do that too. And just little things like that that kind of calm us and center us and bring us back to where we need to be can be found in all of these books. So it's a really exciting time. I can't remember if I showed this book the last time we were on or not. Did I?
You showed it a little bit. I don't think we really looked at the inside of it or
Yeah. So I
talked
had
in much detail.
I had just gotten it, but there's just so
Mhm.
much cool imagery in here. You just have to see it in person. I just can't. Charlene's work, I say it all the time, but Charlene's work is like artwork. But what's so neat about this story is it's really a special story about a bond between a mother and a daughter.
Mhm.
The hopes that the mother has for her child, and the dreams that the child has. And I think all moms and daughters can relate to that. So it's a pretty neat story. Very
I
meaningful.
love it. I was actually in a book club for grown-ups. I mean, not about kids' books, but one of the topics that came up is that as parents, sometimes we think we're helping our kids by wanting them to be more realistic. And so they come to us with these big dreams, and you say, "Oh, well, that's nice, but have you thought about maybe doing this that we think is more realistic to them?" And we don't really realize how much we're really
Discouraging.
kind of crushing their dreams, kind of constricting what they can do. And I think it's like I said, a lot of times we don't even realize the effect it's having. We think we're helping them, but really we need to help them figure out how to make their dreams happen
Yes.
rather than just trying to redirect them.
I always look at it as like, I feel like as parents, we're trying to cushion the blow a little bit, because even
Right.
think our child is the fastest child that was ever born on the planet, we realize that, like, say, just for example, going to the NFL, if you have a child that wants to play in the National Football League, um, that's, you might have a better chance of winning the lottery than actually
Mm.
to the NFL. And so I always think that parents try to kind of cushion the blow for their kids, um, but sometimes we ultimately end up being a little bit of that negative voice that they hear in their head. And so a really cool thing I want to share with everybody that I think a lot of people already know, but there's some new names on here today. So thank you all so much for joining us. Some things that some of these new names, new friends that are joining us may not know, is that my dream is to turn the Kayla series into a Broadway musical. And I have actually written a song that the
Mm.
character Kayla sings in the show about following your dreams. And she says in the song, do adults ever listen to themselves with their constant double talk when they tell you to get your head out of the clouds? You better not run, you better walk. And it is true that, we give kids all these mixed messages all the time, all these mixed signals about how hard they need to work and all of the things that they need to go full speed ahead about. And then when they really go full speed ahead, we try to put the brakes on. So that's where the term double talk comes from, because we want them to achieve their dreams, but we're also a little scared for them to
Right.
go. And, a lot of times we're not trying to be negative. We're trying to be realistic, is the word you use, or cautious.
Mhm.
might want them to have a backup plan. But when we send messages like have a backup plan, we also send messages that make it kind of feel like we don't 100% believe in them.
Right.
So it's a tough road to walk between really supporting and believing in your child, um, and encouraging them to go for it 100%, and
Hmm.
also encouraging them to really think about what happens if your plans don't go the way you dreamed
Right.
that.
Yeah, it's a kind of a tough balance to make, and um, but I think the message in your books is so appropriate for the very young kids because they're not really at the stage where they have to think about, what am I going to study in college? They're just really formulating their ideas and their big ambitions and trying out a lot of things.
Mm,
So I think it's very appropriate, age appropriate for
yeah,
kids that, yeah.
yes, yes. Yeah, I agree. I'm also really excited because we have a giveaway this week, another giveaway of the whole series. And last week we asked for someone to DM us, and you would win the whole series. Leanna's going to choose from randomly from someone who DMs the Makeaway Media account, um, and you'll win the whole series. So make sure that you do that so we can enter you to win this entire series. It's really I know I always say this. I always say I know I wrote it, but they really are special books, and I'm not just getting that from me. I mean, everybody who gets these books says that they thoroughly enjoy the books. Their children love the books. The books are filled with messages without hit kids over the head with the message. It's not a cautionary tale. It's just part of the story so that it sticks with kids. But families from all over the country are buying these books on Amazon and in some local bookstores. And I'm getting great feedback about not just the art and the illustrations, but how powerful and meaningful the story is. So it's kind of cool because I don't have book one with me, but I have book two right here that I can grab real quick. And it's neat because Kayla grows up in the series. So it's
Hmm.
really cool to see. Hey, Taco Tuesday. That's my favorite. Taco. Uh, but Kayla grows up in the series, so you can see like this is book two, and book one she's younger, and then through book three, book four she grows up, and then book five is when she's a young woman and she's coming home from college, and she has big news to share with her parents, and her kind of conflict over what her future looks like. So it's a really neat series because I really do see kids growing up with these books and growing
Hmm.
up with the character. And when it goes to Broadway, not if it goes to Broadway, but when it goes to Broadway,
Right.
kids are going to love, and parents are going to love going to see this show with the character that they got to watch. Hey, nice of you to speak. I appreciate it. Kids are going to love going to the show with their family and hearing the message. So Taco Tuesday, I don't think you were on here when we were talking about DM the Makeaway Media account. We're giving away
Hmm.
all five books in this series right after we finish our live today, and they're great books. They're wonderful. I'm getting so much great feedback. You can go on Amazon and you can just put in Kayla A, and Kayla a Modern Day Princess will come up on its own, and you'll see the great reviews that we're getting on all of the books. It's a really exciting time, Leanna.
It is. It is, and
Yeah.
especially with the fifth book coming out. Maybe I spoke too soon when I said about college because I haven't seen the fifth book, so I guess it really does address even. I mean, like you said, you really go on this whole journey with Kayla from when she's little to when she is grown up. So that's really exciting, and exciting that it's going to be a musical. I mean, that's so wonderful, and that so you said you've already written a song for it. Do you have like what stage is the musical at right now?
We're just writing and we're trying to connect with people. Again, Taco Tuesday just told us that they are a teacher. So I really want to hear from you. Trying to get teacher reviews of the book, and we'll send you special prizes for doing that. So, so please DM
Wonderful.
us stay in touch with us. Hi, Real Sister. So glad you could join us. Um, but yes, we are writing the script right now. Um,
Mm,
the script is almost finished, the first version anyway. It's, as you can imagine, it's a lot, and it's a lot more to write the script, honestly, than it is to write the 5 books, because the 5 books is a story that flows, where the script is a lot more technical and structured. So,
mm,
but I've already written 5 songs, and I'm not
wow.
a songwriter. I don't know music and I don't understand music, but I write poetry. And
Mm,
I'm getting some really good feedback on the poetry that I've written for this story too. I think they're beautiful stories because they really connect with what's going on in today's world. Kids are really struggling. Thank you, Kayla. I think it's exciting too. Um, it's really, kids need this kind of hope. They need this kind of encouragement. Um, and the songs really connect, especially to parents who are worried that they're working too much and maybe not able to give their kids what they think they need, but really
mm,
they've been able to give their kids what they need all along, because kids are resilient and they're going to absorb what you give them. So, good or bad, your kids are going to absorb what you give them. So, make sure you're giving them the best you can. And that doesn't mean that you have to be there all the time. There are lots of parents who work outside the home, but the Kayla series does touch on parents who struggle with a little bit of guilt of not being
mm,
to be there all the time. And really, what A Little Magic is about, even though that's my daughter's nickname, A Little Magic is really about the magic that parents give their kids all along, that we
mm,
don't know we're constantly imparting in our children. So they're getting it, they're hearing it. Just make sure it's more positive than negative, because they are absorbing whatever it is you're putting out.
mm. That's so beautiful. I love that. And that's such a great message for parents because um, I think with the pandemic, also, we were talking about that earlier. I think it's been hard for parents because there is a lot of guilt. They're trying to help their kids. They're trying to help, deal with their own mental health issues with, the anxiety and the stress, and then, having to work at the same time. I think there has been a lot of guilt with that.
Yeah,
So that's a really wonderful message.
definitely. Yeah. Last thing I just want to say before we have to go, and Leanne, I really appreciate this talk today. It's been great. Is we're going to do a K Club, I think is what we're going to end up calling it, um, where you can sign up on our website. It should be up around the beginning of the year, just so you all know. And you'll have access to all kinds of cool things, getting some stickers in the mail, or downloading coloring sheets, and all kinds of neat things that we have going on at Makeaway Media to tie into the books and tie into the coping skills and therapeutic interventions that we talk so much about. So look out, make sure where our website is, makeawaymedia.com, and that you check back in often, especially at the beginning of the year, because we're going to have lots of neat stuff and lots of updates about the musical we're working on.
That is so exciting. That's wonderful.
I don't know, have I ever talked
And
to you?
and no, actually, I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to talk more about that next time.
Yes. And just a reminder to everybody, two things. One is that our regular day is on Thursdays. We just moved it to Tuesday this week because of Thanksgiving, but normally um, the author chats are Thursdays at 3 o'clock Eastern. And also don't forget to DM the Makeaway Media account so you can be entered for the giveaway, all 5 of the books. And they are really special. I did not write them, so I can say they are really special books. They are, my daughter loves them. We love reading them. And they're beautiful, and they have really positive messages. And it's so exciting to have a book like this that has a Black girl at the center, that she is the star and she is the main character. And it's, you just go on this journey with her. It's really beautifully done.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
Sure.
So we'll see everybody next Thursday at 3. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving holiday.
Yes, wonderful. See you all later. Thank you.
Thank you.